To solve this data sufficiency question, let's consider each statement separately first, then together if necessary. Given that the delivery on Monday had a value greater than half of the total value of Rachel's online order, we need to determine if box B4 was delivered on Monday. To make things a bit easier, we're going to change all of the fractions so they have a common denominator of 48, which is the least common denominator. So let's go ahead and do that. So we have 6 boxes, B1 through B6. And we have the corresponding fractions with the new denominator 48. So box B1 is going to be 12 over 48. Box B2, 10 over 48. B3, 9 over 48. B4, 8 over 48. B5, 6 over 48. And finally B6, 3 over 48. Now let's look at our statements. Statement 1 tells us that boxes B3 and B5, which represent 15/48 of the total value of the order, those boxes were delivered on Monday. Now let's see if we can figure out if B4 also had to be delivered on Monday. Well, we can look at a couple different cases. Monday's delivery could have included boxes B1, B3, B4, and B5. That's going to represent a value, looking at the fractions, of 12 plus 9 plus 8 plus 6 over 48, which will simplify to 35/48, which is definitely bigger than a half. So that's one case. And in that case, B4 was delivered on Monday. But now let's look at the case where B1, B3, and B5 were delivered on Monday. Now the new fraction is 12 plus 9 plus 6 over 48, which simplifies to 27/48, which is still bigger than a half. So we've satisfied the condition in both cases that Monday's delivery has a value greater than 1/2 of the total. But in the first case, B4 was delivered, and in the second case, B4 was not delivered. So this statement alone is not sufficient, so we can eliminate choices A and D, which means the correct answer has to be choice B, C, or E. So now let's go ahead and look at statement 2. So we'll come over here to do that. Statement 2 says that B1 and B2 were delivered on Tuesday. Well, that fraction, if we do the math, is going to represent 22/48 of the total value of the order on Tuesday. In order for the value of Monday's delivery to be greater than a half, the remaining 4 boxes, including box B4, would need to be delivered on Monday. Otherwise, there's no way that the value of Monday's delivery could add to a value greater than a half. So this statement alone is sufficient. We can safely conclude from statement 2 that B4 would have to be delivered on Monday. Therefore, we can eliminate choices C and E, and the correct answer has to be choice B. Statement 2 alone is sufficient, but statement 1 alone is not sufficient.